Yeah, Brian, obviously 11 passes completed against Washington, 12 against California. Where do you feel like the passing game is at right now?
Still needs a lot of work. Definitely not there. I feel like we've definitely leaned towards the run and running the ball great with Jamar, and that's been kind of the thing that we've kind of leaned on through those last couple games. And yeah, passing game definitely not where it needs to be, and people are going to start loading up against that, and we've got to be able to complement it with the pass, and we're just not doing that at a high level right now.
Are the receivers? Do you feel like are they getting open, or what are you seeing from just the receiver group as a whole?
I think it's like I kind of said last week. I don't know that you can pinpoint it on one position group. I think it shows up a little bit all over the place, and I think it's sometimes the receivers are open, and either at quarterback we're missing the throw, or we're not protecting it. And I thought this last game we did a better job in pass protection, against Cal. There were a couple opportunities I felt like Tristan missed, and there were a couple things that maybe the play was designed for another coverage, and they had the right call on. There were a couple of those situations. So I wouldn't say that the receivers are just not getting open. I think that we've got to give them some more opportunities, some more calls, and then the quarterback's got to be able to find them when they are open.
I get this question asked all the time, so I'm just going to ask: Chance Nolan, how's he doing in practice? And I mean, is there ever any consideration for giving him a series in a game at all?
Yeah, I think Chance is coming along, and he's getting better every week. He's doing some really good things. He's doing some really good things in practice, and we're running him with the twos. We give him some reps with the ones during the course of the week, and I know he's ready to go. I think I felt like he's been his knowledge of the offense and kind of understanding of how to prepare, weekly. At this level is growing, and he's getting better at that stuff. So he's ready to roll. And I think that's a decision that Coach Smith and I, would make if the time comes in the game. And I can just say now that I think he's ready to go, and we'll see just kind of how the situation, presents itself during the course of the game.
But there was never any point in the last couple games where you thought about getting him in there just to see if he could, shake things up or do something.
Not really in the last couple games. And I think that's something, just see, I think maybe we need a spark if we're really stagnant, struggling. I think that's something that could happen. But, right now I feel Tristan, he's doing a lot of good things out there for us as well. Some stuff that we're asking him to do in the run game with some checks and getting us in and out of getting us in and out of plays. And there's some positive things that maybe you don't always see on the stat line that I think he's doing as well. So no, I think Chance is ready to roll, and he's doing a good job in practice. And I think we'll just wait and see, how the game flows.
Brian, with Oregon likely going to be keying on, Jamar and the run game, just from what you guys have done in the first few games, how important is it for Tristan to, come out strong and be able to kind of have that balance and maybe work in the pass to begin the game this time?
That's huge. I mean, in order for us to, to have a chance and to be able to move the ball against this, high quality defense, we're going to have to get some things in the pass game. I mean, if we're one dimensional against these guys, I think we're going to struggle. And so we've got to get some things going in the pass game. And again, I think it'd be awesome for him to get, hit some things early, get some confidence going, and then be able to try to keep him off balance a little bit that way.
The first pass Tristan threw on Saturday he had a really clean pocket, and he was able to, throw to Teagan, down there in the corner. Was that just why are we not seeing more of that where he's got time to throw, and is there just it's a work in progress or?
I don't know. I mean, I'd love to see more of that. too. And I think there were times where we had a clean pocket, and I can think of the interception where he had a clean pocket and he threw the ball a little bit high to the tight end and got ricocheted up, and they ended up picking it. So like I said, I don't think there's one area pass game wise that you can focus on. I just think we've got to improve at all the different position groups, and it takes all those units coming together to make it go. And right now we're not doing it at a high enough level consistently.
How do you feel like the offensive line is progressing as pass blockers?
I thought they did a better job last game against Cal than Washington. In Washington, I mean, they've been getting after the QB. Every game that they've played, so they've done a nice job. I thought in the Cal game it improved. I thought it was definitely a cleaner pocket, and that was something that we kind of worked on in the previous week. For Tristan, we just again. We didn't really have a lot of plays. We were really leaning towards a lot of them were run and play action type plays.
And with Jamar, what in particular does he do well? I think it's easy to look at the numbers and say, oh, he runs really fast and he's a really physical runner, but what specifically does he do well that's enabling him to run for, I think, 7 yards a carry right now?
Yeah, I think he has good vision. I mean, we talk about that. I mean, I think he sees things and is able to understand kind of the run scheme that we've got going and see things and make cuts, get vertical. And then the other thing I think he's doing a nice job right now is just yards after contact. I mean, he's running through arm tackles and he's can be able to kind of create some explosive plays that way. But yeah, I've been really impressed with the way that he's moving and he's played through the first 3 games.
All right, everyone, we're going to start off with Luke Musgrave. When you're ready, please ask your first question.
Hey, Luke, on your bio it says Oregon State's your dream school, and I'm just wondering how that plays around the house.
Oh, it's fine. I've always liked Oregon State, and living in Oregon, it's just kind of the best fit for me, and I think my parents agree. My parents don't have any, any preference. It's just really what was best for me. So they're not huge Oregon fans, and they're just happy that I'm happy here at Oregon State.
What was that like last week? Playing you didn't really play against your uncle, but I mean, he was obviously involved in the game. Did you guys talk much afterward or anything like that?
Yeah, I saw him afterwards. We're just, we were just talking and nothing really too much. He was there to do his job, and I was there to do mine. But yeah, it was good to see him, and I haven't seen him in a few months, so it was good to see him and chat afterwards.
Growing up over the years, what are some of your memories of this Oregon State-Oregon rivalry? What comes to mind when you think about these two teams playing?
Oh, geez. I don't know. I think I don't really have too much memory. I think I always rooted for Oregon State just because historically they were the underdog when I was growing up. So I think I've always wanted Oregon State to win, and when they do win, it's always fun. In my memory. So, but overall, I haven't really followed this game in particular all that much. I just follow football in general.
So, an Oregon State player who you really idolized growing up?
No, I didn't really have to. I kind of looked more at NFL guys growing up, and I played quarterback growing up, so I wasn't. I was really kind of a big Tom Brady fan and Peyton Manning, so. No, I can't say that I really had any college football player that I idolized much.
So even though your dad played at Oregon, your house wasn't really all that, it wasn't a great big deal on Civil War weekend or anything like that?
No, not at all. We were just we loved watching the game, and I think we all just wanted to see a good football game overall. If anything, we might have been slightly slanted to Oregon State just because historically they've been the underdog. And we wanted to see them upset Oregon.
What is it about that underdog spirit or mentality that draws you in?
Oh, I don't know. I just think I don't even know if it's an underdog. I think it's just hardworking. I think what I've seen at Oregon State is we're just a bunch of hardworking people, and this whole team is just a bunch of we just work hard, and we're not distracted by things that that are kind of superficial. We're here to work and play football. And I think that's what I like most about Oregon State.
In regard to the passing game, Brian has said it's kind of a collective effort why it hasn't worked as well as it could. From a receiver standpoint, do you guys feel like you're getting open?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot more to getting open than the pass. I mean, it's whether he has pressure, whether he goes through the reads. Sometimes you're open, but you're the fourth read, so he never gets to you because he gets pressure. I think people are getting open, and then sometimes we're covered. It just all depends if everything works together. Pass protection, reads, everything. I think.
Nous, being an in-state guy, what has this rivalry meant to you?
Yeah, so just growing up, just like within my family, people always choosing sides of who are they gonna go like root for, and I was always rooting for the underdog for some reason. I don't know why. I was just like, I really want this team to win, and everyone else is like, you don't like the Ducks? I'm like, no, I don't really see anything special about them. So I was just like, I just wanted the underdog to win. So that's what I chose.
What draws you to that underdog? Why do you like the underdog?
I think just because I don't know. I think it's just the little brother mentality. So I have an older brother, and just growing up, I just wanted to always like beat him in everything I did, and so I just think that's just the underdog mentality I had, was just growing up, just trying to be better than my brother.
Do you have a memorable game from this rivalry that stands out to you that you remember watching?
Could you say that one more time?
Do you have a Civil War game that you remember watching growing up that really sticks out to you?
I think the one that sticks out to me the most is my redshirt freshman year when we beat them.